Life is about the journey. It's not the destination.
Yep.
Because a lot of time that bloody destination, when you get there, it's not what you think it is. You know, it's not as great as you think it is. It's not as fantastic, and you do need to, appreciate the moments along the way.
Yep. G'day guys, Darcy Ninja here. Today we're focusing on Ninja's adductors, but we're doing it from a different position. We've got him side lying. We're going to show you some different techniques than the way we normally do it, where he's lying on his back and hooking in with an elbow. He's feeling a bit tender and sore just from doing his squats on Monday night. It's Wednesday here. It's a beautiful sunny day. We're getting our vitamin D. Let's show you what to do. So using my right arm, Ninja's side lying, we're getting as much access to his adductor complex, so that whole group, adductor magnus, gracilis, brevis, and longus. So what I'm going to do, sorry Ninja, I'm sort of separating his bum there with my first hand.
It's got to be done.
Got to be done, doesn't it? I'm just going to push down and collect as much of those fibers as I can. So it's a really I'm putting a fair bit of pressure in there, but it's not really like pinpoint and targeted as of yet. It's more of a broad stroke. Might even lean over just to get as much purchase there as I can. But all of my weight is getting through this arm and really, through that shoulder, wrist, forearm, pushing down. Yeah, so just collecting any adhesions and build-up points. I can already start to feel a third of the way down is where Ninja's probably feeling the most tension and build-up.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I said, a lot of the times we are lying face up and hooking in with that, with my elbow and hitting his pubic bone and hitting the origin. But yeah, we do that most of the time, but sometimes a flush rub, a footy rub is what you need and what you're looking for. And we do that for people that may have sport coming up, maybe tomorrow or the next day, or you don't have chronic groin pain. It's just like DOMS and soreness, and this flush rub is so good. It's no flush rub that you see that just polishes skin. Whoa. We're still going really deep. Jeez. And Ninja's starting to feel like, as I get into that pes anserine where the adductors attach onto, there's some painful little spots there, and crossing the knee, really connecting in with that joint there as well. So it's nice and soft. And then we come up to that joint there and get a bit more. And I can show you with an elbow how I can still be broad and use more forearm, but deep, and I'm not having to put a whole lot of force and energy through my wrists that, sometimes do get a bit sore. What's interesting about our adductors too is they attach halfway down the femur. So we go bone depth, right? Like we are treating nice and deep because along the bone you have all these attachment sites, and they go for inches. Sorry, Ninja. That's not a lot of pressure. That's just Ninja having some DOMs and being a bit sore and being specific. So already I'm being effective by finding. I'm trying to not get the shadows there so you can see it, but I felt in my first stroke that there was a spot that needed to be more specific. This style, this position that Ninja's in allows me to get access to his hamstrings as well. His semimembranosus, that most medial hamstring as well. So I'm probably collecting a little bit of that. Sometimes our hamstrings and adductors become sticky to one another, and therefore, the joint actions of those muscles become a little bit complicated. They start to work in conjunction they stop working in conjunction with each other, and they start sort of doing each other's roles and responsibilities, where they've all got specific movements and joint actions that can get lost when they get a bit sticky to one another. So collecting all of that, I'm going to show you a few different techniques and fast track. So it's quite fibrotic in there. I'm going to have to use two. Sorry for the shadows, Leo, but that's a nice little spot there. Still more of a flush, but just focusing on some trigger points. Sorry, Ninja, you need it. Wednesday, prepared for Friday sprints, getting him ready to run fast and hard.
Jeez.
Yeah. We did a, what's it called? I just lost it. It's the NRL testing running that we do a Bronco test. That's it. So it's pretty much shuttle runs, Ninja. And
footy.
For footy last night.
Yeah.
And I did really well. I just got pipped for third, and I'm not a really great runner, but there's probably 40 to 50 of them down there. So finished fourth, just behind, and it was funny. The guy who got fourth ran it in 4:44, and that's my angel number. I've just got tattooed on me. So I got 4:45. So I was like, oh, I'm just off the mark. I was like, fuck. If I just pushed myself, I would have got that. That would have been a little sign that I'm on the right track and doing things that are in alignment with my choices and lifestyle, and I'm on the right track. Basically, that's what that meant for me. But it's still that I heard it is cool. So, but yeah, our sprints that we do Judds. So similar sort of thing. It's a shuttle run, but instead of having the 25 meters where we run a bit slower, this is just 100% the whole time. It's not focusing on 3 different speeds. It's finish a 20 meter effort, a 40 meter effort, a 60 meter effort up and back. So it's really a 40, an 80 and a 120. And you do that 5 times at a total of 1.2 kilometers. But yeah, shuttle run. But yeah, thankfully I'd been training specific to that. So it made it pretty easy for me. Yeah. Well, it just gave me a little bit of, I've been there, I've done this, I know what it feels like.
Tell us about your angel number. What are angel numbers? What's the
444 is my angel number, and 4 has always been my favourite number, and I'm sure we all have favourite numbers out there, and mine's been 4 or 44, and probably just over the last 2 to 3 years I've become a little bit more, I don't know, maybe a little bit more attached to my spiritual side, and maybe there is a higher being, or there's something out there looking after me, or signs. You know, I'm not super religious or anything like that, but I do think that there is something. There's a greater being, and there's when I'm doing things in alignment with my values, and I see 444, which I often do when I'm doing the right thing, I just go, I know I'm on the right track, and I'm on the rails, and if I'm off the rails and I'm not seeing it, it's probably a sign, you know, or if I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, or like, I don't know, getting into bad habits, you know, drinking, gambling, being lazy and not going to the gym, or these types of things, which definitely can creep into my life. Usually I'm pretty good and pretty strict, but it can definitely creep in. I'm trying to have this personal integrity on myself, and that's a good reminder of it there. And I don't know, I like tattoos. They don't have to have much meaning, but that one's got a little one for you. But yeah, do you have an angel number, Ninja? Or?
I don't know. It's new.
It's new, yeah.
New to me, might be new to the people out there too. So
yeah,
maybe check it out.
Yeah, there's all different ones. You know, 333, 777. Well, it might be whatever, but it's usually 3 numbers in a row.
I like it when I see, you know, on the time, like it's 11:11.
Yeah, 11:11.
Things like that.
That's a common one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen other people with 11:11. It's meant to be some significance, isn't it?
Yeah, they've all got different meanings and things like that too. So maybe check out if your favourite number's 7, check out what 777 means, and if it relates or resonates with you. But it changes each day with astrology and different months and time of the year. But yeah, you can check it out and see what it means for you at that particular time.
Yeah. And numerology is another thing too that's interesting. I know we're in a 9-year, 2025.
Yep.
It's like the completion of a cycle.
Yep.
There's 10 things, so I think it's the what's the guy, the hermit.
Yep.
The year of the hermit.
Yep.
So it's the bloke that lives up in the mountain, but it's sort of like the completion and like the transition into new.
Yep.
Things like that. I kind of saw a whole video on it. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll go and start again 1 year next year. Whoa.
Yeah, I think 2025 is going to be a big year for a lot of people. I feel like, I don't know if it's just early on and people are just talking a bit of smack or a bit of shit, but and that often happens. Don't worry about that. But I feel like 2025 is one of those big years for a lot of people. And maybe that's just the age that I'm at and the people that I'm communicating with and talking with. But for business, for travel, for health, whatever your goals and values might be, 2025 is that year that you can really reach your full potential or set yourself up for the next, the future of your life. So the next phase of your life. So have a go at writing down some goals and having a real crack this year. And I hope for all of you that things do start to work out and you get healthier, you get fitter, you make more money, or your business starts to flourish, or you get stronger, or whatever it might be. I hope that it works out for all of you that are watching, because 2025, I'm looking forward to some things, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. You get to travel, you get pregnant, you get to get married, or whatever the hell it is that you want. I hope it happens for you. You get treated by some of the best bodyworkers in the world. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Let's come from this side. And we're going to probably get a little bit more hamstring. Whoop. How good's this sun ninja?
Loving it, aren't we?
Loving it. We're just lapping it up. Maybe it's a year you get in touch with nature a bit more.
Yeah.
You get some more sunlight. You go to the beach more often. You ground yourself. You go into the jungle. You go into the rainforest. You drink natural spring water from a running water, from a fountain, from a spring, from a waterfall. I can guarantee you your life isn't going to get worse because of from doing those things. So just using a thumb, it's pretty sore. It's just a really tender spot. This is one of the spots where the sun don't shine, but we're letting it shine today. Right up in the clacker.
It's good.
It's good.
Testosterone count will be up, won't it?
Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, so a bit of hamstring, bit of groin. I'm gonna have to balance you out and do the other side ninja. But this one's just got some DOMs in it. It's a bit sore. But it's just all about getting his recovery in early, not letting this just build up and get more tense and tight and more adhesions and more restricted. It's about getting onto that early, being specific with your treatment, doing a thorough job. We'll give the other side a little bit of love, bit of TLC. Let's roll you over, man.
Oh.
Come on, mate. So this is the position for you guys that didn't see it. Top leg bent. Let's get that under there. Drape him.
So you can't see my undies?
Yeah, okay, I don't want to see your undies, ninja.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, I'm going to come from over there. So we got some nice sunlight. That's it there, Leo. I'll show you maybe how we can use a thumb, go straight into some more specific spots as well. Oh yeah, pinpoint. So still hitting tendon and
dear.
Yeah, it's quite a vulnerable position. We don't want to be too invasive or too traumatic and really just beat him up here and go too hard, but we do also want to be effective, and the best way we know doing that is pin, hold, melt the tissue down, soften what's solid.
Jeez.
So, Ninj, we're going to chat about that elephant in the room that we were going to chat about on YouTube. We weren't sure if it was appropriate or not, but why not? I'm sure there's a lot of people interested out there.
Well, there'll be millions of people listening into this part.
Yeah, there'll be millions.
Yeah.
All 10 million of you that are watching or have watched this. Yeah. So important that you're here. Yeah. You're on next, yeah? So I guess it's sort of like men's health. It's challenging. It's being disciplined and sticking to that sort of theme of. Well, maybe you tell us what it is, Ninja, and why you're doing it. What are you getting out of it?
Yeah, semen retention is what you were talking about. So, I suppose a fair few people in the health space on the influences of that are talking about it, and some yogis. I think they are kind of the people that were into it. Yeah, like chakras, things like that. The oil that comes down through your spine, if you kind of look into it, like there's it's interesting, but it's like when you kind of just getting rid of the seed all
Give
the
in.
time.
Yeah.
It's sort of like instant gratification, and like it's just easy. Like that's why porn is such a bad thing, because you're not actually out in the world and doing all the things that
Connecting,
are going to
yeah.
get your sex. You know?
Yep.
So you're not doing all the foreplay, all the thoughtful things, the flowers, the making the dinners, the going for walks, and
listening, connecting, being present with a person,
connecting throughout the day. They're the real important things. That's what makes it deeper and things. And if you just go into porn, you're just trying to get to the good bits so you can kind of get yourself off. But you're really depleting your energy, your vital force, and it's sort of it's an interesting thing to do. Even if you are in a relationship, you can kind of have sex and not climax as a guy, and then you actually got more desire, because like guys, they just, once you do your business, you just want to leave, you want to get out of there, you want to go to sleep, and that's just a physiological thing, because your body just wants to, so much stuff is going on a chemical level, physical, electrochemical level in your body when you do kind of go. So you don't have that. You still got that. You want to connect, and you still got desire. You still want to be there for your person, and you just, when you do go do the retention, you're just so much kinder and thoughtful, and you're just living real life. So if you can kind of couple it up with no scrolling, which I've done, your life can change. You kind of just really appreciate things, and what you kind of really learn is life is about the journey. It's not the destination.
Yep.
Because a lot of time that bloody destination, when you get there, it's not what you think it is. It's not as great as you think it is. It's not as fantastic, and you do need to, appreciate the moments along the way.
Yep.
And that's what's really important. And but you don't know this sort of stuff unless you actually experience it yourself.
It's tunnel vision, isn't it, Ninja? Like sometimes we just get caught in that trap, and we all have been there, because you're looking for stimulus. The next thing. Oh, I've got to make this. I've got to buy this car. I've got to get that new shirt. I've got to have that bag. I need those shoes. All these materialistic things, or I need to travel to that destination. And sometimes just appreciating and being grateful for the little things along the way brings you presence. It brings you back to that moment. And it's that old saying, got to sit back and smell the roses sometimes. You got to just go, fuck, that was a nice conversation I had with that guy at the supermarket. That was a really cool experience I just had going on that walk this morning and seeing the sunrise. Or, geez, I'm grateful that I've got this beautiful dinner in front of me. Just appreciate the little things, because as Ninja said, we can put so much pressure on our lives for that end goal to give us satisfaction and pleasure and all this joy, and it can fucking let us down. It's like New Year's Eve, You're like, New Year's Eve, it's going to be the best night ever, especially when you're young. And it's fucking overpopulated. It's overdone. It's
like the climax is an anti-climax, isn't it? So it's appreciating along the way, but just the energy you've got when you do it. So try and do 3 or 4 weeks of that, and then you can look at a 28-day cycle as well that men have got. So you can look at, I've been looking at it, like you look at where the moon was when you were born. You can just Google it, and then you can kind of see when there's a 3-day period when the moon is. Like you can work it out when it's so you're born on a full moon. You're on that 3 days. There's like a rest period where you don't want to deplete yourself, because your body's building, it's sort of resting, it's inert, that's what they kind of call it. And then you kind of rise, you build back your prana, your energy, your jing, your chi, whatever you want to call it. And so timing when you do it once a month is can be really good as well, because you're not going to deplete yourself. And the other thing I remember too, like I read the book Think and Grow Rich like 20-something years ago, a book written in the 1930s. Like they called it sexual transmutation. So it was like channeling that sexual energy, which is a really high-powered energy, into other things. So into your ventures, into your business, into your relationship. You can kind of not depleting yourself all the time. So you can use that. Yeah, rather than just doing the business and go to sleep. You know what I mean? Because that's what blokes do.
Yep.
Yeah, we just
and women.
Yeah.
Women too.
Yeah, we want that gratification.
Yeah.
So we kind of like, the DeMartini taught us this one is seek long-term fulfillment over instant gratification. Because long-term investment pays, where, you know, when you just instant gratification costs. It costs you. It's not investment. It's an expense.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting anywhere if you just, you know.
It's just a transaction. Done.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, you're not getting richer in life with experience, and richness isn't just your bank account. It's, you know, it's the energy, it's your experiences that you have.
It's your health. It's your connections. It's your social life.
Yeah. So that's what's meaningful. So if you're just getting cheap thrills all the time, you don't appreciate it. So it's just easy. It's comfortable. But when you're in real life and you actually develop, you know, intimacy and a bond in a relationship, that's what's meaningful, and it's so much better.
That's what we value anyway.
Yep.
Cool, man. Look at him. He's just, you know, paint me like, what is that saying? I jumble it every time. Doesn't matter. A couple of different strategies, different techniques, and some different positions of treating the groin and the adductors, and have a little bit of chat about things that are topical to us here at MMT. So we hope that you'd enjoyed the chat, and we'll see you for our next video. Make sure you do like, subscribe, head to our Patreon for exclusive content, and buy a calendar.
Get done.